Let's go boys, more Great War Redux. Yeah! Welcome to another video on this channel. Today I will be playing as the glorious nation of Austria-Hungary. As Austria-Hungary I will be trying to modernize the nation and with that try to hold the empire together. And in the end federalize the empire. So let's head in. Alright, Austria-Hungary. We are a monarchy. Our king is Franz Josef I. He has the trait last monarch of the old school, reducing political power gain by 10%, increasing stability by 10%, increasing same ideology monthly opinion by 50%, and ideology drift defense by 50%. We start with a lot of national spirits. First we have House of Habsburg-Lorraine, increasing ideology drift defense by 50% and reducing political advisor cost by 10%. Then we have Hungarian opposition, reducing political power gain by 30%. Then Czech parliament, increasing consumer goods factories by 10% and reducing stability by 10%. Then we have South Slavic terrorists, reducing stability by 10% and increasing training time by 25%. Also, Franz Ferdinand may be a victim of them. And then we have Galician poverty, reducing stability by 8% and increasing damage to garrison by 25%. Then we have Pig War, which is a trade war between Serbia and Austria-Hungary, increasing political power cost by 0.1, reducing production efficiency growth by 10%, and increasing target country trade cost to Serbia by 100%. And Serbia is also embargoed by us. And lastly, we have multi-ethnic army, increasing division training time by 25%, reducing division organization by 20%, reducing army organization regain by 20%, reducing planning speed by 50%, and reducing daily command power gain multiplier by 20%. So it's not really looking that good for Austria-Hungary, with all those negative modifiers. We also start with early mobilization instead of civilian economy. Now let's look at the focus tree, which is pretty big. It got updated recently, like a few weeks ago. Right here's a lot of internal stuff. Then we have some political stuff down here, also foreign policy a bit, and some Hungarian revolution stuff, I guess. Down here is some military dictatorship stuff. Then we have Navy and Air Force down here. Right here is industry, and lastly here is the army stuff, where we can get rid of multi-ethnic army. Let's start with maintain the Ausgleich. We start with a pretty big army, but yeah, they're not really equipped. Let's put them on the railway. And also I should focus on building up the railway and more supply hubs, because supplies in this mod are terrible. Let's train them to level 3, and this is what I'm gonna research. I shall build a few civilian factories, and then just pump out mills. I will finish building those ships, and my production line will look like this. I will start building a lot of trains, because I always lack them in this mod. And then focus on howitzers and infantry equipment. And in the decisions, we have elections, the 1910 Hungarian elections, which happen in 34 days. We have the Pig War, where we can just lift the embargo and normalize relations. And we have minority activism. We can see all the minority provinces that are currently not happy with our government. And some are even preparing resistance operations. I hate that you're automatically on military governor. I will change that to local police force. But yeah, that's it for now. It looks like there was an assassination attempt on the Bosnian governor. Bosnia is a dangerous region. No shit. After maintain the Ausgleich, let's do Transylvanian politics. The 1910 Hungarian elections. The National Work Party is elected. We can now stop Slovak activists' operation. So we will get rid of the destabilization missions that happen. Let's now do Tisa's silent coup. Hungarian Prime Minister István Tisza. Let's now integrate Slovakia. Let us now get an army reformer, because we have the command power now. I'm gonna remove the Pig War. I mean, the National Spirit was basically debuffing me and giving them some industry buffs. And now the Italians are doing some shenanigans. So let's stop them. And we've integrated Slovakia. Let us now extinguish Romanian nationalism. We also gained 2 divisions, so let's put them on the army. This also now gave us cores on Slovakia. And now that we've completed extinguish Romanian nationalism, let's promote Hungarian interests to get rid of Hungarian opposition. We also now gained core on Transylvania and some more troops. Let's also invalidate Croatian constitution. Let us now get a noble bureaucrat for more political power. And after this focus, let's now do industrial expansion. Well, looks like the governor of Bosnia now retired. And now let's do some industry focuses right here. Let us get a financial expert. Vienna Parliament shooting. I wish you luck, von Stürk. And because world tension is over 25% and I got enough political power, let's get partial mobilization. Arbeitsgesetz. This is a necessary social progress. Let's get a military theorist. So, because I've done the required focus, let's get Skoda Works as our material designer, because they give us factory output. So after these industrial focuses, let's now do Cisleithanian politics. And let's pacify Tyrol, because I'm getting annoyed by the Italians. Well, looks like the first Balkan War just broke out. Let's also get Wiener Neustädter Lokomotivfabrik. And after pacify Italian Tyrol, let's do Cisleithania Galicia. And to no one's surprise, the Ottoman lost. And after this, let's now do integration of southern Croatia. And also we have now some decisions to invest or do other stuff in the region up here. So let's do that, because this will also reduce the Galician poverty national spirit, which is great. And because we have enough political power, we can do all of them. And this will be the template I'm gonna use for all my divisions. I've already converted them. I will also not care for the navy, so let's get an old guard, because then we get more maximum command power. After integrating southern Croatia, let's go down to end Slav opposition. If you don't want Franz Ferdinand to be assassinated, you should do this as early as possible, because if this is gone, he will not be assassinated. But because I want him to die, due to I want the World War I to break out, and I also want to do the federalist reform, and for that I need Karl von Österreich-Ungarn, and I only get him if this guy doesn't exist. I will do it now. I hate that I'm attritioning in my own country. I mean, I could have also assigned some generals so that they get some supply buffs. My bad. Well, guess it's time to beat up Bulgaria, I guess. After Enislav opposition, let us now do Balkan expansion. And there goes Bulgaria. Albanian situation. Claim Albanian independence. Yeah, that's right. Get out of there. And they all yield, which gives me stability. Great. Let's now do the army question crisis. And after the army question crisis, let's do reinforce gemeinsame Armee. The army question crisis. 48 coalition gives up. By the way, the production line looks like this right now. Let's also train some more divisions. Let's do organized artillery brigades. I will now build some supply hubs. 2 here and 1 right here. So that I don't have supply problems. And I will also build 1 right here and 1 right here, but those will come later. And now let's do ethnic battalions. And after ethnic battalions, let's do reform divisions. I will also make a level 5 railway line to here, because yeah, you can see the supplies aren't really arriving there. And now expand Jagdkommandos. Oh no, how could this happen? God rest his soul. The European crisis. They have no choice. This now starts that. So let's stop training the divisions. Sadly not fully trained, but almost. Now we have to wait 23 days until our ultimatum to Serbia sent. Well, that sucks. And now I wait for the war to break out, because then I can do national mobilization. I got 2 Mountaineer divisions, which I'm gonna send to the Alpine front. Oops, Serbia refused Austrian demands. Let's declare war. So now we can do national mobilization. Joined the Entente, let's call in Germany, and the Russians seem not to be able to go through our lines here, which is great. The Great War. God have mercy upon us. And the Great War has started. Let's immediately try to deal with... Okay, USA, if you want to send rifles to me, sure. And now that our planning is up, let's try and attack the Serbians. First you sent us equipment, and now you're sending a note of protest. I finally broke the alliance here, so now I've crossed the river, and hopefully now it will be a bit easier to attack them. I want to encircle Belgrade. Well, it didn't work, but I got Belgrade now. God damn it, I'm pinning 10 divisions down there. I believe they were all just standing down there. Oh my god. Oh, damn. They got reinforcement. Let's go. Let's immediately move into this. Pin those. Attack them even harder. Pin those guys. Nice. Strip up there is just circled now. Kill them. Oh, and that's already it. Well, let's move into Albania, because the Serbian army retreated into them. And we cannot allow that. It's a friendly invasion, don't worry. Well, Montenegro, without a Serbian army, I don't think you will last very long. After national mobilization, let's do armored trains. Yep, that's probably it for them then. Let's try and also capitulate Montenegro. Albania's gone, and now let's just kill them. They have mountains, which makes it a bit harder for them to die, but they are now encircled, so it's no problem. Cannot reinforce. And that's the south dealt with. For now, I will keep this army down here, or 12 of them down there. The other 12 will go to the Italian border. He will be an infantry specialist, because I don't have one. And the Russians did not break through anywhere. Looks good for now. Let's also get a war economy now. And let's try and capture the supply hub up there. They would just stop attacking me for a second. Would be great. And there goes their supply up here. It's now mine. And let's see. I might try and capture this railway and then go up and try and capture this railway, because then those railways here are no longer connected to the capital. The Ottomans joined into the war, and after armored trains, let's do dissolve Austrian parliament. Well, Russia, looks like there are no supplies in the Poland anymore. I wonder why. Well, guys, the Russians don't have supplies. Let's start an all-out offensive. And now we've encircled a huge part of the Russian army in Poland. This will not end good for them. I will now stop the offensive here and focus on the Poland pocket. So now let's deploy 24 cm Kanonen. And Warsaw has fallen. Let's finish off these troops there. And you fought Tannenberg was a decisive victory. Let's see how long they will last. That's a lot of divisions. Oh boy. Well, oh my god. 1 million casualties. I only suffered 25, wait. And I also still have copy of Austrian battle plan, so they have defense buffs against me. Oh well, Italy is now joining, and I'm sending an army over here because someone is screwing up, and it isn't me. But Romania, you were expected. And let's march into them. So let us now finally get rid of multi-ethnic army. Open, here comes Italy now. Let's immediately kill them down there. Just constantly reinforce, I don't care. Let me just cancel for 1 second there and then attack them. And they shall die, I guess. And I believe that Romania will capitulate now. Yep. This army will guard here. Well, Bulgaria just joined. Let's give them some territory. They've done a good job. Good job, Bulgaria. You deserved all this territory. What you've done. World War I Dunkirk, guys. Let's go. Let's kill those divisions up there. Imagine needing the Austrians to win the war in France. Now we've got rid of multi-ethnic army. Let's do Polish Supreme National Committee. And after that, let's do Polish Eastern Legion. Oh well, something happened in Russia. I can stop the offensive now then. After that, let's do Lieb Vaterland, magst ruhig sein. We're closing into Paris, boys. And after that, let us get rid of the Czech Parliament national spirit. Well, have fun with this gift. They don't seem to be having a good time right now. Well, after some while, Russia's finally gone and I don't have supplies. Problem with that being they are not repairing their goddamn railways. And I can't do shit about that. I can't even ask for the province, so yeah, great. It looks like the north of Greece joined the war, so let's invade them. And the Czech parliament is finally gone. Let's do fight Bosnian terrorism. A bit late, but anyways. Yep, that did not last long down there. And now finally I can conquer Valona. River was holding me back. Goodbye. I'm not gonna be able to capture Corfu. And now we shall assault Paris from all 3 sides here. And hopefully it will fall. And in just a few moments, Paris will fall. And it's done. The fall of Paris. And they surrender. See, Austria-Hungary was not incompetent. They were just held back. Well, we gotta wait 10 days for the Frankfurt Armistice. I'm gonna go on 5 speed now. But now I guess I'm gonna do Croatian industrialization. And peace has been signed. You know, we have Frankfurt Armistice and Victors of the Great War. And now we gotta wait 80 days until the Frankfurt Conference. Who against Hetmanate? Launch it secretly. Let's see what happens. No. My puppet. Go away. I literally made us win the war. And there goes Franz Josef. Now we are led by Karl I. And here is the trade first monarch of the new school. Let's now do Hungarian Universal Franchise. And now the conference will be over and the map will change. I believe they're my puppet. Yep. I also got them as a puppet. Did I also not get the south down there? Copenhagen Convention. We have arrived at a new age. Management of occupied territory. Let's establish a puppet kingdom. We've established Lombardy Venetia. And we also gained post-war economy. Meaning our economy is trash. And now let's do federalist reform. Well, Italy is not having a good time. And now crush the chauvinists. Well, thanks. Now my economy is dead. People's Emperor. I want to know what that does. Support autonomists. Grand Congress of Vienna. Failure. Is it what I figured is? Let's go Kaiserreich Austria. It's not really what I wanted to do, but yeah, I'm just gonna take that. Reign of liberalism. I still keep Montenegro. Well, it looks like Britain is not having a good time. Equality before law. And now to my faithful Austrian people. And now we have become democratic. I will also now end the video. So thank you guys for watching, as always. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please like, subscribe and leave a comment. And see you in the next one. Goodbye.